Most people may be familiar with Airbnb, which is a home sharing network where a landlord or person who owns a property will get on this platform, list their property for people to stay. People access it through a website and can stay at that property. Well, some of the concerns that are coming about with Airbnb are what type of security measures are Airbnb providing to make sure and ensure that the people that are staying at these properties are safe. And one of the things that we're seeing is that there are potential for things like sexual assaults to occur on these properties, which is horrible. And we're investigating, looking into these situations to make sure that companies like Airbnb and home sharing networks are providing security measures, necessary security measures to provide safety for their guests. Well, the main criteria for us is whether or not it occurred at the property listed on Airbnb. That's the main thing we're looking for right now. And it could be anybody. And these cases are highly nuanced, right? And it's a case-by-case analysis, which is why you want to talk to an attorney about it, who's going to be able to look at it and figure out what's going on in your particular case and come up with a strategy for you. And there are situations where it could be the host of the property, but it could be beyond that, right? It could be any person that gains access to the property because of faulty security, because they didn't provide that right security. So any person could be the perpetrator in a sexual assault type case, as long as there are security concerns with the premises. Some of the security concerns would be whether or not Airbnb is doing background checks on these homeowners. There is a potential, if they didn't do a background check, that a homeowner would have a long sexual criminal history, and they're renting out properties, which is something we definitely don't want. Another security concern is whether or not these homeowners are changing their locks, are providing locks to these premises. If they fail to change the locks in between tenants, then the old tenants would have access to the property. These are concerns, and Airbnb would have to have security requirements, or they would have to have requirements for their tenants to make sure that these things happen. And that's what we want to look into, is whether or not they have these requirements, and if they don't, we want to hold them accountable for failing to make these requirements. It's very important when you are pursuing a case against larger entities like Airbnb or other companies to enlist the help of an attorney, because an attorney will be able to investigate what's going on. There is a limit to what you can find on your own, and you need a little bit more professional help, and especially with these situations, which are very sensitive. It's important to talk to people who will be available to understand what's going on and provide you with a list of options to go after it. Here at the Carlson Law Firm, we are always looking for ways to assist people who have been wronged by companies, by individuals, by people taking advantage of others. And this is another area in which we're looking to help folks that have been in this awful situation where they've been sexually assaulted on the premises of an Airbnb. And you know, we want to help. That's why we do this job. We want to help people.